me tell you this. The older you do get, the more rules are gonna try to get you to follow. You just gotta keep living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
We are currently in a little anchorage in Lake Worth, and I guess this one's just called Peanut Island. Peanut Island is that little spot that you see over there, and the Lake Worth inlet is just around that corner over there. And we are about to head that way, which is south. Now, this is the stage in the ICW, at least in my opinion, where things start to really get nuts. The width of the ICW narrows considerably, the traffic picks up considerably, and the number of bridges increase significantly. So, yeah. Now, just to kind of give you a little bit of a time reference, we should be able to get from where we are here at Lake Worth, Peanut Island, down to Miami in 2 days. That is our goal. But this is going to be 2 long days. It's going to be basically 8 hours of travel, but then you also throw in kind of the randomness that comes from the bridges, because you might get some right and you also might get some wrong as far as the timing goes. And by wrong, I mean you might miss one of the scheduled openings by 5 minutes, and then you have to wait, you know, 55 minutes or 25 minutes for it to open back up and give you another chance to get through. So anyways, that is the section we are about to start. This is our least favorite section of the ICW, but if you're gonna travel south on the inside, you got to deal with this. Going offshore, or basically, you know, going out in the ocean on the outside around the ICW just isn't really an option right now. So it just makes more sense to keep making miles on the inside. So that's what we're about to do. Good morning, beautiful. And good morning, cutie over there.
Good morning.
You guys ready to crank out some miles on the worst stretch of the ICW this side of Madagascar? All right.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, race fans, start your engines.
Lantana Bridge. This is the southbound sailing vessel Sand Fleet. We're on standby for your 10 o'clock opening.
Lantana Bridge, did you say that's Sand Fleet?
Yes, sir.
Copy that, Captain. 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right, now we're in the section of the ICW that our Skipper Bob book refers to as the canyon. And that is because this is the part where it gets narrow, where we used to have, you know, 2,000 feet on either side of the boat. Now we have, you know, 200 at the most. And it gets even more narrow than this. But so far so good. Doing good. Cruising, making miles, headed south. Everything's going good. You excited, ladies? Head to the Bahamas.
Woo!
Was that a howl?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Crazy animal. And this part of the IC, this is like basically like an ocean simulator.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. This is like, it's like 5 foot waves. Ugh. Holy crap, it's retarded. I can't believe it.
Slow down.
This is the video where I think you get to hear a lot of negativity from us just because we don't like this stretch. And to add to that negativity, let me show you exactly where the middle of the channel is. It is right there where that boat is. Absolutely dead in the middle of the channel. It is insane the kind of things you see down here. I just don't get it. There's so many thoughts I have about the power boaters and things like that. And sailboaters make mistakes too. Sailboaters, you know, can do really goofy, inconsiderate things. But the thing is, one of the most major problems in this section is from the ridiculous wakes that come from all these huge power boats just flying through. And the thing is, the wake from a power boat that is driven by an inconsiderate skipper is much worse than the wake of a sailboat that is driven by an inconsiderate skipper. And I don't know, I think that's kind of a difficult point to argue. Yeah, but that's really the biggest problem with this section, is just the insane powerboat wakes. Because the wakes hit you like 3 times. You get hit by the first wake, and then they bounce off the walls like 2 more times. You get hit 2 more times. And Molly was saying that this was actually worse than the ocean. And in some ways it totally is, because in the ocean, at least the waves and the swell are generally coming from the same direction, whereas in here it's like completely, absolutely random. And some of these powerboat wakes easily rival those the size of waves that you see out in the ocean. So yeah, it can get pretty uncomfortable in here, but it's temporary. For us, it's basically a 2-day trip through this area, and then we're on to, much nicer places.
Here we are, it's Lake Boca, right here. We were planning on anchoring here for the night, but it's only 12:30, so we've decided to continue on, and we got about another 4 miles until we get to Lake Santa Barbara. So we're gonna anchor there for the night.
We'll have an easier day tomorrow.
We gonna keep the party rockin' till we see the sunlight.
anchorage for the night is Lake Santa Barbara, which is right here. You're looking west. And if we pan around this way, that is the way to continue south on the ICW. And if you go around that corner, you'd be going north on the ICW. And this is just a quick little one-night stop. There is another anchorage, and you're basically just looking at it directly across the ICW. That is called Lettuce Lake over there. And we've heard that between the two, Lake Santa Barbara and Lettuce Lake, that this is the preferred one. There's a good bit of room in here. I mean, you could easily get 10 boats in here, I guess. Where over there you'd probably get 5, but we've heard of people like pulling up all kinds of trash and, you know, stuff off the bottom over there. So, you know, we were initially going to just go to Lake Boca, but we were doing so good with the bridges and the tide that we had a lot of extra time and decided to make an extra 9 miles today. So tomorrow should be an easier day as a result. Whew. Good job today, ladies.
You too.
You too.
You're a very unique woman, Tamby, you know that?
I know.
There's not that many women in the world who would bathe in a bucket. You might have even been wearing that same swimsuit when you did the first bucket bathing.
I probably was.
So, Tamby, how many days has it been since you've washed your hair? Do you need to think about it a minute?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay. So, Tamby, you recommend using Joy dish soap whenever your hair reaches this critical level of greasiness?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you let your hair go much longer, you probably need something like turpentine or mineral spirits, right?
Yeah. About it.
Good thing you caught it early.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't be having this problem at all if you would adopt a more practical hairstyle like mine.
Bald?
I think you'd be a cute bald woman. It's time to do what?
Get out the weed sprayer.
This is the shower system aboard the good ship Sandflea. A 1-gallon weed sprayer. We did rinse it out really well after using, you know, weed chemicals in it, so good to go. What's about to happen, Molly?
I'm about to fly a kite.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, what on earth am I looking at here? It looks like it's looking at me.
It's an octopus.
Molly, there's something in this frame that actually really bothers your daddy deeply. Do you know what it is?
Yep. Is it this?
Yes. There is something about seeing you wearing a ring like that that stirs up all kinds of anger inside Daddy.
It's Mommy's ring.
You know, boys are going to be interested in you, and at some point there's a really good chance that your daddy is going to go to prison. And I just want you to know when that happens, it's going to be out of love.
This is Mommy's ring because she didn't want to lose it in that bucket soapy waddle by dumping it over. If
Gotcha.
She dropped it in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm just holding it on by my finger.
Okay. All right. Cool.